Can I share my story? I'm gonna do it anyway.
Can I share my testimony? Do I have your permission to dive into this real quick?
Not too long after that, I was kidnapped to be an informant for the Russian mob. They called me Yushkov.
It all started when I was 3 years old. I was homeless, fatherless, motherless, happyless. I killed a man during recess.
I've done every drug: chowder powder, nosers closers, stringy boogies, fire buckets, claw machine dads, no cappers, Dixie dust, Skittle Whittles, Boost Juice.
Jeffrey Dahmer? He was my cellmate.
Every drug besides caffeine. Don't touch the stuff. Too addicting. Ugh. Not anymore though, because I'm clean.
I was so poor, we never took the trash out. We took the trash in. Not gonna lie, we ate that trash. We ate all of it. All of it. Wrappers, peels, sludge, dinner.
There isn't a gang I haven't been a part of. I was audited at age 11 by the IRS.
I got beat up every single day in high school by the teachers.
Now, I'm not saying this to make you guys feel bad, but I was literally raised by wolves. The fleas were real bad.
You know what my high school coach told me? He looked me in the eye and he says, "You're nothing. You'll always be nothing. You'll never accomplish anything in your life. And you especially will not be talking about this conversation 20 years down the line in the middle of a church service." But look who's laughing now.
I broke my back twice that day and I still finished the marathon.
And it was at that moment the President of the United States himself awarded me the most heroic and humble person of the year award. It's incredible. I don't say that to brag, okay? But I'm just saying, if you do want to see it, it's right here.
I worked as a Somalian pirate for a whole season. From October to December, I worked as a Somalian pirate.
I was in a biker gang, okay? A biker gang. And the thing is, I didn't even have a bike. That's how bad they wanted me in the gang. That's how tough I was. Bikes scared me, and yet I was still in a biker gang.
I invented the piano key necktie. I did.
I was the reason Winnie the Pooh almost got canceled.
I ate nothing but dumpster carrots for 3 years. 3 years.
I was a part of the Puppy Punchers gang, the PPs. I was a part of that. It was a gang where we literally punched puppies. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying I want to be honest and vulnerable with you guys, all right? I used to punch puppies, not even for a living. It was for free. People paid me to stop and I refused it because I believed in what we were doing so that much.
And I don't say all this to show you how cool and crazy I used to be. Okay? Guys, look at me. I was a bad dude. Bad dude. But I grew up.
Golden Retrievers, Yorkies, Dachshunds, Shih Tzus, Bulldogs, English and American, Labradoodles, Labradors, Labradoodles, a Chesapeake Golden Retriever once.
I killed a lot of chickens. A lot. Bird flu. Heard of it? I invented it. I was addicted to collecting parakeets. I don't care where they came from. I loved them. It didn't matter what I had to do to get a parakeet. I was gonna get that parakeet.
I was so bad, I made bad dudes look good. That's how bad I was, okay? I was bad to the bone. They wrote that song about me. Bad to the bone.
All of my dogs came from puppy mills. Shop, don't adopt. That's what I used to say. I was a monster. I used to fight betta fish. No reason. Just didn't like the way they looked at me. Every koi pond I found, I used to put in a bag of pennies. But I'd wrap the pennies in fish food.
I was called to ditch the life of living behind a gated prison into living a life into a gated community. Amen?
And you, right there, back in the day, I would have called you Tubby. I mean, there's no short list of adjectives to describe you. Tubby, Pillsbury Doughboy, Moon Pie Boy. You name it, I would have named you that. Fatty, but I would never say that. Now I would never say that because I'm better.
Sometimes I pick up homeless people just to take them farther away from where they want to go. I'll just pick them up and ask them where they want to go. And I'll drive in the opposite direction for as fast and long as I can. Just to inconvenience them. That's how bad of a guy I was. Guy would get in and say, "Hey, can you take me up, a few blocks, to the other side of Brooklyn?" And I'd drop him off in Albuquerque. He'd be very confused. And it's sad. I'm not proud of what I did.
I used to flick people in the ear. I used to flick old ladies in the ear at the grocery store. And then they would turn around and be like, "Did you just flick me in the ear?" I said, "No," just to make them feel like they're going crazy.
Everyone has a BC story, before Christ. Mine's pretty big, okay? Prison one day, homeless the next. Alcatraz. Ever heard of it? Well, I went to a place that was kind of like it. It was called Ohio. Ever heard of it? Cleveland.
I used to volunteer at the hospital to rock babies to sleep. But little did they know that I used to switch out all the babies. Throughout the 90s, all I did was switch out babies. They called me the baby switcher. If you were born in Wisconsin in the 90s, more than likely you were switched out at birth because of me. I'm that guy. They couldn't find me, but then they caught me. It's a real awakening moment. Wake up call. Wake up call! I'm awake.
Listen, I was a bad kid, guys. Not once did I look at an expiration date. Oh, sick in the head! Okay?
For a whole year, I learned to become a computer hacker. And what did I do with that skill? Well, I tapped into the mainframe of every adoption agency across the world, just so I could tell all those kids that they were adopted. And they weren't yet. I found joy in that. I don't know why. I know it's sick. I don't want to hear it. I'm hearing boos out there. I know, I was bad. That was messed up. I was bad news bears, guys. I was the worst of the worst. The cream of the crop.
I started my own construction company. We'd build houses, and it sounds really nice, but the thing is, I would purposely stop every build once they got to the roof. They'd build everything else, the walls, the pavement, the driveway, everything else, the kitchen, but I would just take their roofs over their heads. And then I would burn the wood that we'd use for the roof in front of the children to keep my family warm. I don't know why I did that, but I did, and I'm ashamed of it. I'm not gonna lie, I found joy in it. I found joy in taking people's roofs. The song "The Roof Is on Fire," I wrote that.
I used to sneak into the state fair and spray paint arrows in a corn maze so people could figure it out faster. You think I'm proud of this? You think that's funny? It's not. People figured it out way too fast. The corn maze went out of business because people were like, this is so easy. The arrows are pointing me where I need to go. State fair was real mad. Couldn't figure it out.
Anyways, enough about me.
And I say all this, I tell you my whole life story, not to show you how cool and crazy I was. No, I say all of this so you, ladies and gentlemen, can know how important VBS is. Changed my life. I am a C. I am a CH. I am a CHRS. I used to slick my hair back and everything. I was that guy. To give you a good idea of how far gone I was, I used to have a chain on my wallet. I was that gone. Picture that. How do you come back from that? It was hard. I didn't pee in the pool. I peed into the pool. Big difference. Do you know how difficult it is to pull off a number 2 in a water slide? Well, I did it. I once became a cross-country skier, and I became the best in the nation. And then I joined the Olympics, and out of spite, I made us lose just because I wanted to. I hate skiing. I love making people sad and ruining dreams. I once worked in a shoe store, and I would just put single pieces of Legos in people's shoes before they tried them on. I used to feed ping pong balls to elephants at the zoo. I don't know why. I just wanted to see what happened. They died. Turns out elephants can't consume ping pong balls and live. I was a bad guy. From October 19th to November 17th, I worked as from October 19th to December 1st. From October 1 to November. Like, just name a date.
I was a part of the Puppy Punchers. I was a part of the. That's such a funny song. I was a part of the I was a part of the Puppy Punchers. I know the line, Josh. It's a ridiculous line.